today is all about new ideas, about pushing the boundaries to define the next decade of inclusive growth in Asia.
If you look at the World Economic Forum report, it says 132 years it'll take to bring gender parity. None of us have 132 years. And that's why India's brought women-led development right on the center stage of its development priority.
Don't choose between consumption and climate. We need to be more ambitious. We need to aim for both prosperity and a healthy planet.
Inclusion is far more expansive, and that is everybody who brings value to the system should get a benefit. Now, Earth brings value to a lot of our production. And what does the benefit Earth get today?
Talking to communities, talking to civil society, and allowing for more voices to be heard that civil society brings an important element of inclusive growth.
It doesn't matter how many more hospitals we or anybody else builds, it's not going to be enough if at the rate that India is falling into sickness. But then when technology came, we had the solution.
Climate crisis is actually an economic crisis. $1.3 trillion of damage has been caused due to climate change the last 10 years.
The government of India is really doing a lot. E-Sanjeevani program, where through telemedicine, 56% women are really in a better place now.
When you promote women in entrepreneurship, in a way you are promoting the more sustainable kind of a growth.
India is pretty much the global beacon today if you think about it from a digital adoption perspective.
The next 10 years is going to be important in putting more money in hands of women via employment, entrepreneurship, capital, and internet's a way to do that.
In this new continent, digital continent, we are not trying to create East India companies, but we are trying to create digital roads and rails on which business can prosper.
Individuals or courageous groups battling insurmountable odds to get there. Whereas these are not the odds that, say, majority groups face in general.
When you co-create the solutions with the community, you will never design poor solutions. You will design the smart solutions for poor people.
India, if it increases its women's labor force percentage by 11 points, we can actually add $734 billion to our GDP by 2030, which is insane. So I think healthcare and including women in that digital ecosystem is very, very important.
Inclusivity is often talked about in terms of gender, but what about inclusivity of innovation, of R&D, of access?
We think a lot about this at the center, sort of inclusive design, as you need to know who you're designing for. So necessarily I would think like women entrepreneurs would know better to design solutions, keeping a woman user in mind,
Your tiny story has created huge economic impact for the issue, for the tourism, for the country, and for the community.
I'm just so grateful for Elephant Whispers. I mean, there is around 9 crores being put into the expansion of the camp for animal conservation, around 8 crores to build houses. It's been amazing.
What we call Bharat-type solutions, which if done well, is applicable to many hundreds of millions in Africa, to ASEAN, to others.
So the stack which India has built is so fundamentally powerful that it will really drive economic growth.
The excitement of why the three of us are coming together to make this announcement about She Leads Bharat Udhyam, why it's so exciting is because it really is bringing the power of data, technology, people coming together, systems.
I started this program with Mastercard over 10 years ago, and if you would have said that we've been able to pull this kind of convening together today in India, I wouldn't have believed it. So thank you again. Enjoy the evening.